Moment in the silence for the champions. For those who may going hard on the lights out. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champions win the hardest in the 12th round. I love the ball quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me never. I'm so passionate, I'm tasting the crime.
You know me, man. I'm Barry Bonds with Minds. What's up, everybody? It's the Pressure Podcast coming to you live. It's Thursday night edition. Let's get it.
Hell yeah!
We are back once again to debate week 3 of the preseason, upcoming QFL 2025. For those who don't know, the QFL is what I call the NFL. If you don't know why I call it the QFL, it's because I call it the quarterback's fucking league. Because in my opinion, if you don't have the best quarterback and head coach combo, you ain't got a chance to win. You can't do it with a good run game, a stout defense, and a competent quarterback anymore. Those days are done. The days of Brad Johnson and Trent Dilfer, we ain't gonna see that too often. You gotta have some special kind of team defense or something. Yeah. Honestly, because when's the last time we seen a Brad Johnson win? You guys won. Nick Foles ain't no Brad Johnson because he had like almost 400 yards passing that game. Well, Tom Brady had like 500.
Yeah, he.
You know what I'm saying? No Brad Johnson's gonna go toe for toe with Tom Brady in his final form at the Super Bowl.
I just don't. I don't think.
Please stop the noise.
I don't think of Brad Johnson's.
Be cool, nigga.
So one thing I do think is that no, not even, because Russell Wilson is still better than Brad Johnson would be. You know,
I agree.
You can't put Matthew Stafford in there. No, especially not Pat Mahomes. You ain't gonna put Tom Brady in there. You ain't gonna put Joe Flacco in there. You ain't gonna put Big Ben in there. Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning. Who? I think Brad Johnson's literally the last one. 2002.
Goddamn, white boy.
I mean,
if you literally look at all the champions, I mean, you could say maybe Peyton in 2015 because he was old Peyton, but even old Peyton is better than Brad Johnson 10 times out of
10,000.
Every day of the week, twice on Sunday.
What was it that lady said that OJ was that his DNA was on the thing? It was 1 out of
170 billion. Yeah, we were watching for those who haven't watched the American Crime story. It was the one, The People versus O.J. Simpson, starring Cuba Gooding Jr. You got John Travolta in there. You have J.B. Vance in there. He plays Johnny Cochran. You have a good supporting cast there. And the prosecutor, the DA, the one that was prosecuting, the girl that was prosecuting O.J. Simpson, in her closing arguments to the jury, she was saying that that the blood found in the Bronco, in the murder scene, the crime scene, and in his house, OJ's house, all matched O.J. Simpson, and that could only match 1 out of 5 billion or something like that. She's like, there's only 2 billion people in the world. That, my friends, is an identification. That is DNA pointing to you who is the one who killed this lady.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's saying. It's like, yo,
I'll take him. Matter of fact, I'm going 0.
Yeah.
0.
The days of Brad Johnson. The days of Brad Johnson is gone. Yeah. Those days are over. You need to have more than a competent quarterback in this day and age.
Or a hellified defense.
Yes. But without further ado, we are live from our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Coke.
LeBron. Salute.
We are rated M for millennials. Today is Top 10 Thursday. Every Thursday we're going to do a top 10, a bunch of top 10s to throw at you. Today we're going to do a top 10 offenses in 2025, top 10 all-time offenses that we've seen, and top 10 superpowers, okay? But we also have a nice little top 10 here that's, you know what I'm saying, we have 2 more top 10s, one before and then one after all of this. So we are here Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays at midnight at Pressure Podcast Live on YouTube, okay? We are the podcast where viewer has say. If you have a webcam, we will send you a link. put you on a little screen over here so you can talk your shit. Give us your takes and tell us what you think. But you could also do that in the comment section as well. So feel free to subscribe, leave a like, and please comment. So the first top 10 we're going to do today is the top 10 reasons to love football. Because it's about that season. We're only a week and a half away. We're a week. No, I say almost exactly 2 weeks because it's on a Thursday that it begins. So we're exactly 2 weeks away from opening night.
Yes, sir.
Cowgirls go to Philly where they get their rings and has no chance of getting out of there with a victory. But go ahead, bro. What are top 10 reasons to love football?
The camaraderie, man. Like, one of them is the fact that they're just like, it's a brotherhood, and if all isn't working, then it could go haywire, and it just won't. It doesn't work. It doesn't work unless all the pieces move together as one. So I'd say the camaraderie. First time for anything to happen. Like, I feel like anything can happen at any point. Like when we seen Saquon do so that's incredible. The crushing hits, the catches, amazing. That perfect spiral that you get to see in the air and it goes 50 yards down the field right into someone's hands. It's a beautiful pass. So that's graceful to see. The great defensive plays that all these players be making. Some of these fingertip interceptions and stuff like that. The fans.
Give me a hell yeah!
We're the fans. We watch. So the fans. Shout out the fans. The gear, the clothing. Everybody wears football gear. I mean, maybe not the shoulder pads and all that other shit. But you're wearing the jersey.
We in the know what that means. Yes.
Exactly. And then sacks. Nothing better than to see like somebody just get a clean, just
sit the fuck down.
One, all of it just put them on his And the physicality and athleticism. You like you never know how high these guys are gonna jump or how far they're gonna come and just making incredible plays.
An argument can be said when you're that special where you could jump like no other people can. It doesn't matter if you've seen it before. The fact that he does it again still astonishes you. Okay,
absolutely.
We've seen Steph Curry hit 15 3-pointers in a game, but when he does it again, it's like we never seen it before. I personally saw it live a few months ago here in Orlando. Not even expecting to see that, but my eyes, I've never been deceived. That is the greatest shoot I ever seen in my fucking life. You know what I'm saying? And it never gets old. Was that your top 10?
Yeah.
Yep. Good shit, broski. Good shit. Thank you, bro. So, my top 10 reasons to love football, very similar. Number one, I say fans. I mentioned a few podcasts ago, a few episodes ago, we were talking about back in the pandemic when they had brought back sports. They brought back with no fans, and it just wasn't the same. It didn't hit the same. It didn't slap the same. It just didn't catch the vibe. It was something to watch, obviously, and we respect it because they're still professionals, but it just doesn't. It's just not the same. It's something different. The fans, the gear, all the jerseys, all the, you know what I'm saying, everybody showing them fandom. To me, that's why I love the Dr. Pepper commercials, Fanville. That shit is literally beautiful. That's just a genius commercial for college football. Another F is the food that you have provided for you during football season or football days. Chicken wings is a typical, pizza, beers and whiskey and you name it.
True. That's true. I didn't think
Grills, barbecue. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's chips and dips. You get house-made guac.
Absolutely.
It's all that shit. Another F is friends and family. You're always out with friends that your loved ones or with family watching a nice game. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just catching time with yourself. Something to do, something to be with people you love. You know what I'm saying? So food, family, and fans. Those are 3 Fs. I have another F, but that's going to go for later. We'll go to on the field. The cheerleaders. It's a reason I love football. I mean, there's no shame in saying that.
Cool, nigga.
I agree.
The cheerleaders are something spectacular. Not only do they bring positive energy, not only are they pretty, not only are they shaking their pom poms, but it ain't football without the cheerleader somewhere on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah,
Some
you're
kind of
right.
entertainment, something to alleviate. And cheerleaders don't get enough props for what they do. That's why I love that movie. Bring It On. It shows people that these girls are athletes too. You know what I'm saying? They're just not there just to be there and look pretty. They actually have to perform in front of crowds. It's not easy. Just like it's not easy to play football. It's not easy to be a cheerleader. Trust me. Another thing that's on the field, it's a hits and tackles. He said sacks. I like hits and tackles. I don't care if it's a sack or not. I like them all. Big paws. If that motherfucker sat you the fuck down, that's what the fuck I like to see. Okay? Knock that motherfucker off his pedestal, jump over his cracker ass, and put your nuts on his fucking face. Teabag if you have to. Big paws. Another one I love is touchdown dances. Who doesn't love a nice touchdown dances? I don't dance. I don't dance. I mean, I dance like merengue and bachata and shit like that. I'll dance when I'm, feeling nice. If I'm winning and I have a cigar, hell yeah. Celebrate good times. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But if I'm a football player, I'm not a dancer. I'm the guy out there talking shit, getting in people's faces, probably getting checked by the ref. But I don't mind dudes who, you know what I'm saying, work their ass off to earn a touchdown and doing a celebration. If you don't like it, stop it. Okay? And then back to outside of football, trash talk. There's nothing like trash talk in football and basketball, obviously. Right now, football brings it back. It's trash talk season. Everybody has that chat room. Everybody has that homeboy or hater or guy they like to trigger. And another thing that we love is the fantasy football and bets. You know what I'm saying? We love fantasy football, you know what I'm saying, competing and watching the games with vested interest, and then bets, obviously, because it means more. If it's not your team, but you have money on it, now it means a lot, right? And then Sundays is the last reason why. It's professional football is played on Sundays. I don't care much for college football. It's something to watch on Saturdays. I have Saturdays off. So I'll be watching that, but it's Sundays that matter to me. I like the professionals. The pause is just that's where the talent's at. That's where the money's at. And these motherfuckers are on another level, and it's on Sundays.
I think you watch Saturdays because it's just like itching, and then it's like right there. It's that next day is like, oh.
Well, college football ain't boring. I ain't gonna say college football is boring. Watching the fans and everything, but it's just not my thing.
Sometimes is what I'm saying. I'm not saying like obviously the bigger games, those are fun to watch, but when you get like, I don't know, an example, Boise State and Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Like, nobody want to see that, basically, is what I'm saying. Nobody want to see that. Those are good schools, but they're not doing that.
Nah, they ain't doing that. But yeah, those are the top 10 reasons. Food, friends, family, fans, hitting tackles, touchdown dances, trash talk, fantasy football, bets, cheerleaders, and Sundays. I think that with that, it's all I need for football, and I'm a happy man. And it's, thank the good Lord, it's only 2 weeks away. Thank the good Lord. All right. So let's get to the topics, all right? Let's get to the important stuff now. Now that football's almost here, we've already covered the top 10 quarterbacks. We covered the top 10 non-quarterbacks. We covered the top 10 wide receivers, running backs, tight ends. We hit the O-line, D-line, safeties and corners, linebackers, and pass rushers. We've done all that shit. Okay, what we haven't done, and we also did the top 10 team defenses. Okay, Saturday we will do the tower ranking, so that's basically the top 10 teams. We will refresh that every week for the rest of the season, and then now it's time for the top 10 offenses. That's something that we didn't do. Okay, so what are the top 10 offenses heading to your 2025 QFL season?
Okay, in no particular order, because I think this will vary as the season goes on, and since we haven't started the season, I don't know what all these offenses are going to look like, but this is just a picture that I have in my head. Detroit, the Baltimore Ravens, the Buffalo Bills, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Miami Dolphins, Washington, Kansas City Chiefs, Rams and Tampa Bay.
Okay. Okay. So you have, say it again, Detroit?
Detroit, Ravens, Bills, Philly, Bengals, Miami, Washington, Kansas City, Rams, and Tampa Bay.
Okay. Okay. I actually have a very, very similar list. So let's get to my rankings here. Oh, I can still leave that there. So my top 10 offenses, I'm going to start with the Browns, okay, the third tier. These teams have either questions or a weakness somewhere in the offense. I have San Francisco in here instead of Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay is in a little above level. I was going to put Green Bay there too, but I think they're also in an above level. So I have question marks on San Francisco just because they retooled and reshuffled. Deebo Samuel's not there. Brandon Ayuk is going to be gone for a little while, so they're going to have to retool again. And let's see with CMC, let's see if they can do it again. It's a question mark with me because of health reasons. Minnesota's in there because Minnesota was actually one of the top offenses last year. It's just they have a brand new, complete new quarterback. Okay, he's a first-year starter. He's actually not a rookie, but he's a rookie when it comes to the experience is concerned. He didn't get to play last year. He got injured right before the season began. So that's the question mark alone, but I actually have faith. I think the Vikings are one of the most underrated teams right now. Kansas City, I have questions. Just not they don't have weaknesses. I have questions not because of Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid or Travis Kelce for that matter. I think Travis Kelce is going to have a bounce back year. The problem is the receiver core. It's a big question mark. I don't know who's going to be healthy, who's going to show up, who's going to be consistent. None of that shit. Okay. Then I got the Miami Dolphins. They have no weaknesses except for one, a question of whether Tua is going to actually play a majority or a full season, and the possibility that he will not. Okay? And then Washington. Washington has retooled with a new wide receiver as well, and we don't know how if Terry McLaurin is going to get traded or not, so right now there are question marks with that, okay?
That's true.
So none of these teams really have weaknesses, it's just that they have a bunch of question marks. Then I have the second tier. The second tier is the QB reliance. So the Buccaneers, they have a good, all right O-line. They're not bad. They're not good. They have a pretty good running game. They have a very good receivers. They have a pretty good quarterback. But the problem with the Buccaneers is that if the quarterback doesn't play good, they're not going to be very potent on offense. You know what I'm saying? The Rams, they're also way too QB reliant. They have a good running back and a good running game, but yet for some reason or another, I don't see them winning too many games with their run game. They only win games if they pass good. We already know what the Cincinnati Bengals is. If Joe Burrow doesn't throw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, they don't have a chance to win. Okay, that's Cincinnati. That's why they're so QB reliant. They have no defense, and obviously in a weak run game, so they're all on.
But that's why I trust their offense.
Yes. And I got Green Bay in there. Green Bay has a great run game and a great quarterback, but they don't have great receivers. And because of that, they're QB reliant. Their quarterback has to make the receivers better than what they are at the moment until one of these guys breaks out to become a star that they can.
We're hoping that Matthew Golden is
Yes.
the golden ticket.
And then we got the gold standard, the first tier. In there, you're going to find the Lions, the Ravens, the Eagles, and the Bills. We have the same first 4 teams. The reason I have them high up there is because they have no weaknesses. They have a perfect O-line. They have a perfect run game. They have a bunch of receivers. They have a great quarterback. And they can win with the run game. They can win with the pass game. They can win in a lot of ways. Okay? They're not quarterback reliant. These guys are well-oiled machines. I think these are by bar none the gold standard of the QFL. These are the guys that average 30 points a game and win.
Some of my honorable mentions were the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos, who I think they'll take another leap offensively with Sean Payton there as well. So yeah, those are pretty much what I have. I don't think any other team really. Honestly, these probably the teams that are going to the playoffs more than likely.
The only team I'm skeptical is making the playoffs here is the Miami Dolphins right now.
Nah, I think
I think the Dolphins are going to make it as long as Tua plays. I think Minnesota's going to win at least 10 games with a first-year starter. I think San Francisco is going to win 9-10 games. I don't know. We'll see how everything goes. Them and the Dolphins are the ones that are questioned going to the
Those are
playoffs.
the question marks.
Yeah. But I think the Buccaneers are going to repeat as the division champions. So will actually, I don't know about the Rams. I think the Rams are the favorites, but I don't know. I think the Seahawks could literally fuck you up if you don't watch out. Cincinnati can make the playoffs. I don't think
Seahawks might be the sleeper.
I don't think the Steelers are gonna do better than Cincinnati. I think they're gonna be about tied, and whoever wins the divisional race, I guess, or not the division, the wild card race, because that's the Ravens division. That's not going anywhere. Green Bay, I think, is a lock to make the playoffs. I think they're the best team that's not elite. I think so because them and the Texans, they're like tied. I mean, them and the Texans because they have a good. The Texans have a better defense than the Green Bay Packers, but the Packers have a better offense than the Texans. But that's because the Texans got hurt. If the Texans stay healthy, Nico Collins stay healthy, I think they're a better team than the Green Bay Packers. But the Green Bay Packers are a solid, well-rounded team. They're just not elite. You know what I'm saying? Not yet, at least. And Washington is there. They just don't have the defense that I wish they had yet. Unless we'll see. I think they drafted pretty good. I think they with a year on their new defensive-minded coach, I think they could definitely do better. I could definitely see that happening. Kansas City, we already know, has a top 10 defense. Buccaneers have a pretty good defense. The Rams have a good pass rush defense and run block defense. They don't have a good pass defense. And as long as it's healthy, all those teams up there in the gold standard, they have great defenses. So. But this is about the top 10 offenses heading into 2025, and this is how I have it locked in right here. All right, so then let's do the top 10 all-time offense that we've seen, okay? So go ahead, Broski.
Okay, so 2007 New England Patriots.
Okay.
The 2011 Saints. The 2011 Packers. The 2013 Broncos.
Be cool, nigga.
The 2024 Detroit Lions. The 2000 Rams. And the 2012 Patriots.
Okay. Not a bad list. Let's get to mines right here. Whoa, wrong button.
I had to get the Rams in there because the Rams, man, that was...
So in the bronze, the third tier, I have the 2007 New England Patriots with Randy Moss and Tom Brady. The reason they're so low is not because they're bad, it's just because the teams above them are a little bit more complete. They didn't really have much of a run game, for those who do remember, but they had the most prolific passing game you could ever ask for. Then I have the 2006 Indiana Colts.
Okay, so you was looking at...
I got the one with Pierre Garçon and Marvin Harrison and Pierre Garçon, Marvin Harrison. What was the number 44 tight end?
Wasn't Reggie Wayne there?
Reggie Wayne was there too. Yes, sir. Reggie Wayne was there. Yeah, they had an elite team there, and Dallas Clark. Dallas Clark. Not to mention with Jeff Saturday and them in the O-line, this is one of the greatest. I mean, people don't remember what Peyton used to be in his prime. Trust me, I do.
That's
okay,
true. That is true.
My teams are in the AFC. I remember that motherfucker completely. Okay.
Be cool, nigga.
You more than us.
Yes. I also agree with him. He said the 2011. I said the 2010 around the same area. Green Bay Packers. They also didn't have a great run game, just like the Peyton Manning and the Tom Brady teams here. They just didn't have the run game. That's the only reason why I don't put them up there. But prolific passing. I mean, with Randall Cobb and Jordy Nelson and company. I mean, this was one of the best offenses you could ever ask for, and not to mention they had a cheat code with the what's it called? Not the hot route. It's when the cadence on the pre-snap. McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers weaponized it to where they got a free play more than anybody I ever seen.
Yeah, that's true.
With a false start. Not a false start, with an encroachment. When they got the defense to jump, they organized it so well that they get a free pass out of it, a free play. Okay, and a lot of times it was big. Okay, this is a weapon. In the second tier, I have your Philadelphia Eagles of last year. To me, that's one of the best offenses I've ever seen. They have no answer to that. I was going to put the Nick Foles
out.
Eagles in there, but no, I think this Eagles is better for sure on offense.
They're better.
And I got the Rams in here 2 times. I got the Rams from the 99, the greatest show on turf with Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt and Kurt Warner and Marshall Faulk. And they had a run game, just like the Eagles did. And they had the Rams that beat the Cincinnati Bengals a few years ago with Cooper Kupp, who broke records. You know what I'm saying? Just that alone, it was just it was literally a record-breaking year for the Rams that people don't even know, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl.
For real, man.
Then I got the Saints there. The Saints in the Sean Payton, Drew Brees era carved you the fuck out. They had a run game with they had it all. They had tight end and Jimmy Graham. They had receivers. They had backup receivers. Weapons beyond weapons beyond. This is literally what you want to teach people what an offense looks like in the pro level. This is the example right here.
Marcus Colston.
Yeah. I got the 2013 Denver Broncos in here. That team ended up winning 2 years later, but this is the team that got blown out by the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I know they didn't. It was a no call, no show, but Eric Decker and the boys with Peyton Manning, Emmanuel Sanders, Wes Welker.
Best offense, probably best offense ever.
No weaknesses whatsoever. Great O-line. Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady. Great run game. They had receivers, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown. It's just O-line.
Damn, Antonio Brown was on that motherfucking team too. That's crazy.
Gronk. They just had it all. And then Kansas City Chiefs with Tyreek Hill and Kelsey.
Yeah, that one was tough. I ain't gonna lie, 2018 was... Yes, sir. Absolutely. That was crazy.
To date, that's the greatest offense of all time, statistically.
Kelsey and Tyreek Hill probably famous right now, both of them.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That wasn't easy.
That was...
Yeah, that wasn't easy. That one kicked people's ass right there.
Yeah.
Pippen ain't easy.
And believe me, there's some that I left out, and I'm like, damn, I want to leave them out, but it's like...
That was the ones that blew you out. That was like Steph Curry and Kevin Durant and them. It was just a daily blowout. By the third quarter, they're going to be resting because there's no point anymore playing them anymore. It's probably why they tore their Achilles and all that shit, all that resting. You know what I'm saying?
Fatality.
All right, so let's get to the next topic, which is the top 10 superpowers. What you got, bro?
Top 10 superpowers.
Top 10 superpowers.
Well, you know my all-time favorite is teleportation.
Yeah.
I told you I would love that.
Before you continue, we're rated, as you see here in red, rated M for millennials. So we're gonna always throw something millennial here. We're usually gonna throw some nerd shit, some movie shit, something that's nerd, something outside of football, just to make it funny because towards the season, I'm going to show you guys in a few episodes, we saw a post where they had nerd characters on defense of a unit for a football team and an offensive unit for a football team, and it's got us thinking. It was lopsided. The defense had the better characters than the offense, so we did it ourselves, and then we did it again, and then we did it with basketball, and then it's become a thing. So, yeah.
Random.
So, let's go. So you did teleportation. Continue, brother.
Telekinesis. Shape shifting. Super strength. Invisibility. X-ray vision. Being able to fly. Super speed. Immortality. And then I would say I don't know how to put this one because it's what it's kind of like where Jean Grey can go like to a different, like basically take it to a different level. Like if I got superpowers, being able to take that superpower and be like when Goku powers up to Super Saiyan God or something like that. I guess evolve would be what I'm looking for.
Pokemon. Yeah. I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna have it in two different categories. Number one is the physical superpowers. Okay, I got the Hulk there. I can find anybody better to represent physicality in the nerd world. All right. So to me, super anything, super speed, super strength, super intelligence, you name it. To me, any of that counts. That is, and then if you have all of like Captain America or Superman, you're golden. Then you got flying, which Captain America doesn't have, but Superman does. Flying is an asset. I mean, I can't fly. You can't fly. I don't think anybody else can fly. But you know what I'm saying? It must be nice. I saw a video man, it was the New York dude's side talk.
Are you talking about the jet thing they have?
No. I saw that too,
Oh.
but no. So it was Side Talk New York, okay? It's these people that go viral with the Knicks fans and all that shit in New York going crazy. And they literally show the crazy side of New York. So they were talking to people about what are the weirdest things you've seen in riding the subway. Because let me tell you something. If you've never been to New York, the subway it's a world of its own, okay? It's literally the veins of New York. It's literally connected to all boroughs in every part of the corner and everything, okay? But the craziest thing that most people don't know if you don't live there is that when you go down there, people don't even notice. You don't pass by a metal detector. There's no metal detectors. Throughout all that entrance and all those ways to get in and out of all those subways, there is no metal detector. Not to mention that your phone barely works in there. You don't have connection. And back then, we didn't have phones when I grew up there. So you're on your own. You're literally on your own when you better hope there's a cop on the cover somewhere in your vicinity because you're on your own, okay? So they always ask, you know what I'm saying, for the people who don't know, because we all heard the stories, those who grew up and live in New York. But those who don't know won't know some of the stories. And one of the guys said, the craziest thing he said, he saw a pigeon get inside one of the trains, get off one of the stops, get the fuck out. He's like, you could have flew there.
That is hilarious, though.
And that's, you know what I'm saying, you take it for granted that flying is that cool, you see what I'm saying? The next one I got is regeneration. That's what Deadpool and Wolverine have. They can regenerate. I mean, it must suck because you feel all the pain no matter what, but you'll never die. So you'll feel pain, but you'll never die. That sucks to me. But it's very helpful when you're, you know what I'm saying, getting your ass kicked. And then teleportation, like you said, to be able to teleport anywhere. People say that's a special power. To me, that's physical because you're not doing anything except moving your physical body from one place to another in an instant. But it's still physical to me. So those are the physical ones that I think are the best, okay? Then let's go to the special ones. I couldn't think of better than Cyclops for this one. So you said I got telekinesis in there. And then I put my favorite in control magnetic fields, basically Magneto's power. You can control anything magnetic and then also control metal. What in the world isn't made out of metal today? I mean, to me, Magneto was made for the modern era. And then you got two that counter each other, pyrotechnic and hydro. You know what I'm saying? So those who could control fire and those who could control water in some form or fashion, okay? And then you got time control. If you could control time, you are a weapon.
I was going to say airbender, basically. Yeah.
And then those who could control energy, manipulate energy. To me, that's a cherry on top. Some people can't control it, like Cyclops. They can't control it, but they can manipulate it to where they can use it as a weapon. You know what I'm saying? He can't open his eyes without a visor because he'll just blast everything in sight. So those are mine for the top 10 superpowers. My
Fatality.
Very nice.
Yes,
Very
sir.
nice, sir.
So then we have a curveball here. So we did the top 10 layers, headquarters, hideouts, home base in nerd history. So give me your top 10, bro.
The Batcave.
All right. If that isn't number one, I don't know what is.
MIB headquarters.
Men in Black headquarters?
Yes,
I didn't even think of that one.
Fortress of Solitude.
Oh, tell them what that is.
That is Superman's amazing looking glacier. Man, I wish I could show. I wish I would have put that picture up, but yeah. If you never seen it, take a look at it. It's amazing. It looks super dope. Number 4 is the Death Star. There's no way I cannot put the Death Star in there.
If you don't know what the Death Star is, don't worry. It's in my list too.
The sewers of New York.
Oh.
Put it up for me, Coco.
Oh, don't tell me he went there. Now, it may not be a cool hangout, but it's a cool hangout. You see what I'm saying? But anybody who knows New York knows the sewers cannot be pretty.
No, they're not.
But in this world, it's cool.
And this one is awesome. Hall of Doom.
Okay.
Wakanda.
Shit.
X Mansion, of course.
Okay.
Dr. Evil's lair
Okay.
from Austin
Yeah.
Powers.
We're ranking the top 10 layers and hideouts in nerd history, our favorites. Okay, go ahead.
So Dr. Evil's lair in Austin Powers.
Okay.
And Kid Next Door.
All right.
That treehouse.
Yeah.
That shit was dope.
All right. Good shit.
Hell yeah!
So here are my layers, the top 10 right here. Read it and weep. Like he said, the Batcave. If you don't have the Batcave as one of the top 10 hideouts of all time, I don't know what to tell you right there. Xavier's mansion has to be there. It's not only luxurious, it's a mansion full of superpowers and freaks. Wakanda. It's the best hidden home base I ever seen in my entire life, and it's a futuristic city. What else can you ask for?
Crazy.
I put the helicarrier in there from the Shield from Avengers. It could come from under the sea and roam all the way throughout the city and the world anywhere you like, and it's very, very powerful. After that, I got Jurassic Park. You go in that green truck and come into my gates if you want to, but I am safe in here, buddy. Good luck, all right? Then I got Avengers headquarters, high up in the sky. It's self-sufficient energy, and it has everything that Tony Stark's ever invented in there, so you don't need shit. Then I got Skull Island in there, another excellent hideout. You want to come fuck with me? You see that guy right there? You see that motherfucker? That's not a guy. That's King fucking Kong. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. This time he does, motherfucker. Then you got the Death Star, like he mentioned. The Death Star, you know what it is? It's a battle station that looks like a planet, okay? It literally looks like the size of a moon, but that ain't no moon. Inside, you have the Sith Lord Darth Vader, who runs shit in the entire galaxy, the Empire, and the Emperor, Darth Sidious. Not to mention, this thing has the power to destroy entire planets with the push of a button. Basically like a nuke. So if that thing shows up and it tells you to stop rioting, you better listen. Because it will blow you the fuck up.
Fatality.
And then I got 2 Dragon Ball Z ones in there. Kami's Lookout and Roshi's Island. I have it. I put the things in the wrong way. But Roshi's Island is an obscure little island that you ain't never going to find in an airplane where the Kamehameha wave is taught, okay? That's where the Kamehameha wave is taught. That's what Super Saiyans do. And then you got Kami's Lookout. Kami's Lookout is high up in the sky. You don't know where it is unless you've been there before. It's where Kami looks out. He's the guardian of Earth. And he's the guy who's responsible for having the Dragon Balls.
That shit just floats up there.
And it hosts the hyperbolic time chamber where you can spend a whole year's worth of training all in one day. Okay? Yes, to me, those are the best hideouts or headquarters or home bases that are my favorites right there.
Fatality.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. That was funny. I ain't never even thought of Men in Black, man. I was like, oh, shit, why didn't I think of that one? Why didn't I think of that one? But which one do you have that I had? You had the Batcave. You had Wakanda. You had Xavier's Mansion. You had Death Star. Cool. So that's almost half. That shit's funny. All right. Well, we're not lagging, so maybe it is the TV. Who knows? Maybe it was the TV. It might have been. So let's recap the top 10 offenses. Who do you think here? You said you made an honorable mention. Who do you see here that won't shock you if they're not in the top 10 come the end of the season? It wouldn't shock you if San Francisco is not top 10 offense?
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me. Or
it wouldn't shock me if Kansas City wasn't there, and it wouldn't shock me if in San Francisco because of health.
I would say
Kansas City hasn't been, for those who don't know, I'm sorry to interrupt. Kansas City has not been a top 10 offenses over 2 seasons now. Just, I'm not trying to hate, it's just what it is.
Washington.
I actually would be shocked if Washington wasn't in the top 10 offenses.
Well, no, because
if they
because
keep
of the
Terry,
situation.
if they keep Terry, if they don't keep Terry, you're right. But if they keep Terry and they don't make it to the top 10, that's a problem.
I agree. So let me rephrase that. If Terry McLaurin's on the team, then yeah, I would be shocked. But if he's not on the team, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the Rams offense a lot. I think the Rams are gonna have a really good offense.
Now, I don't think anybody's going to dethrone anybody in the gold standard. But who do you think? Give me two teams that you think have the best chance to get into that category.
The Bengals and the Rams.
I think the Bengals are already there. It's just that they don't win because of their defense. So if we could just put the offenses without wins,
Yeah, that's
the
what
Bengals are a gold standard.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But that's what we're looking at. We're just looking at offenses.
But they don't have the running game. That's why I don't see it happening.
You don't like Brown, Chase Brown?
He ain't no Gibbs, Saquon,
I
Derrick
don't know.
Henry,
He's
and
not.
Cook.
I know he's not dumb, but he ain't far off a Cook or something like that.
I think James Cook's way better. I think James Cook is literally on the. Listen, I have Saquon.
But it's only his first year.
I get you. I got Saquon, Derrick Henry, and Jameer Gibbs. Okay. Then I have Bijan Robinson. I have Kyron Williams, second tier. I have this guy at fourth tier. I don't even have him third tier. The Bengals running back.
Well, no, yeah. As of right now, yeah.
He's Tony Pollard tier.
But what I'm saying is, I like Tony Pollard. But what I'm saying is, eventually he could be a really good running back for them. And if he is, that just makes their offense even more potent. Because their offense is gonna come out humming anyways. It's too many weapons. And that nigga, like Chase, he's just too good. He's too good. Joe Burrow and Chase together, they're too good. They're probably one of the best duos I've ever seen, like quarterback, wide receiver wise. Ever.
Tier 3, I would put like David Montgomery in there. I'll put Bucky.
David would be it. The funny thing is,
James
if David
Conner
was somewhere else, we probably put him higher because that's who. Like, if he got more touches, he could be that bad.
Brees Hall, that's a third tier to me.
Brees Hall.
That's a third tier running back to me.
But is that because of injuries or just?
No,
his skill?
It's just his production. I know he has the skill of a top tier, but his production don't show it. And maybe it's not his fault. Maybe it's the team that he plays for. And there's no maybe about it. I know exactly what it is. It's the team he plays for. Fuck that shit. But that's neither here or there.
The Cowboys need a running back.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys don't want to make no moves.
The Cowboys they're not a top 10 offense. They're not a top 10 defense.
No.
They're not a top 10 roster in anywhere.
I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I don't even think they'll even scare to make.
I can see them make the playoffs just because they have enough of a roster.
I don't think so, bro.
They have enough of a pass rush. They have enough of a wide receiver core. Let's be generous and say that.
Not with all these other teams, though. You see all these other teams in the.
Let's be generous and say they have
in the NFC that we have up here.
I'm gonna be generous and say they have a mediocre O line.
I think the problem is the quarterback.
Dak. If Dak is healthy, he's going to produce. They're going to win 10 games. He's one of those guys that wins 10 games. He's still productive. He's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league, the better quarterbacks in the league. But I think too many guys have surpassed him.
That's not what I've heard in training camp. I heard in training camp he's having a bad training camp. Throwing interceptions.
Not my team, not my problem. But you know what I'm saying? He's still better to me than
Is he better than Sam Darnold?
No.
That's crazy. Sam Darnold, we've only seen so much of Sam Darnold. But because he had such a great year,
well, he's not better than Sam Darnold.
We've never seen Dak have that good of a year.
Let me retract my statement. He's not better than Sam Darnold last year. No. He's not better than Brock Purdy in his best. He's better than than Justin Herbert. Some days, not always. I still pick Justin Herbert over Dak Prescott, which is sad but truth. I'm just calling how I see it. I would pick Justin Herbert, and I don't even care for Justin Herbert very much. I will pick Justin Herbert over Dak Prescott. However, Dak is better than Tua Tagovailoa only because Tua doesn't stay healthy. Dak is better than Kirk Cousins. I don't know about that one.
Be cool, nigga.
We gotta start going down there. That's bad, bro.
Maybe not. Maybe Kirk Cousins is better. Maybe. Let's see. He's definitely better than Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, he's better. He's better than all those guys.
He's better than Daniel Jones.
He's better than Winston.
I don't know about that one.
I think he's better than Winston. You think they produce better, Winston was it?
I seen Winston get 5,000 yards too, broski.
No, I know. I'm just saying. You think he'll produce more than Dak if he was on that team?
Jameis Winston, he's a gunslinger. He's gonna make mistakes, but he's gonna make some wild plays, and he doesn't do it in garbage time.
With that wide receiver core, though. That's the only thing I could see. I could see why the Cowboys would actually be all right is because of that wide receiver core. But as far as like these running backs, like I guess the rookie, you could try him out and see what happens. Jaden Blue's good. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think they got a steal, but he's a rookie going into an O-line that we don't know what kind of O-line it's gonna be, and yeah, I don't trust that.
But right now, he's still better than Bo Nix just because he's inexperienced, not because of the production. Just experience alone.
Yeah, I give him that. I agree with that.
And all the other rookie guys. He ain't better than Jordan Love. Jordan Love has surpassed him to me. C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels remains to be seen, but Jaden Daniels is the best rookie quarterback probably, so I think he's surpassed him. There's no need to mention the elites.
No, I think CJ's passed him.
I already said that.
Oh, you did? Oh, I thought you were saying
Jordan Love, C.J. and Jaden Daniels, they surpassed him.
All right.
There's no need to mention the elites. Yeah, he's in the Tua, Purdy, Geno, Kyler.
I'm taking Geno.
I'm not saying he's better than any. He's in that tier.
Yeah, he's in that tier. That's crazy. I might be tempted to take Kyler Murray.
So for next Thursday, no, not for Thursday. Probably for Monday. Not Saturday. My Saturday's too late for Monday. Let's rank the top 10. No, the quarterbacks. Let's just rank them, top to bottom. Just top to bottom. Put them in different tiers or whatever, however you want, however you see fit.
Yeah, let's do it tiers.
Because there's a clear understanding that there's some elite quarterbacks in the league, and there's not much debate on that.
I mean, it's always been like that.
Yeah.
There's always there's always the top, and then there's that, the ones that are pushing to get better, and then there's the ones that just haven't done enough. They've been in the league for a long time.
All right, let's take the Vikings out of it because we haven't seen McCarthy in the pros yet. Out of all these teams here, who's the weakest quarterback?
I would say Tua because he can't stay healthy.
Assuming health.
Oh, they're all healthy? Purdy.
It is definitely Purdy.
And I feel bad saying that too because I feel like Purdy's actually a good quarterback.
Purdy's a good quarterback. He's just not top 10.
And he's also shown it in the biggest game. So, I ain't got nothing but love for Purdy. But, man, if I had to choose, I'm taking Tua.
I agree. I'm taking Daniels. I'm taking, obviously, Mahomes, Baker, Stafford, Goff, Love, There's no need to mention the other guys. And Jaden Daniels. What if JJ McCarthy is better than Purdy? Damn. We're living in the summer era.
I'm telling you, man, like, these last, what I say about...
And I hope Tua stays healthy
It's been
because...
about 5 drafts in a row where we've seen, like, in the first and second round, they've actually been getting the right quarterback.
Yeah. Because there's 7 playoff spots. So in the AFC, I would love to see, you know what I'm saying, Allen, Mahomes, Jackson, and Burrow there. And then for the last 3, I would love to see, you know what I'm saying, Tua. I would like to see C.J. Stroud. Wait, hold on. Did I mention? Yeah, I think I got the 4. So I got Jackson, Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
That's 5. And there's 2 more. Tua, 6. And Justin Herbert. Fuck it. Justin Herbert, 7. I would love to see that playoff gauntlet in the AFC. The more quarterbacks, the better, because the QFL playoffs will be better for the cell games. And in the NFC, we got Hurts, Goff, Stafford, Baker, Love,
Darnold.
Jaden Daniels first.
Jaden Daniels.
And then you could put
Darnold and...
Darnold or Purdy or...
Darnold and Purdy. That's what I was saying.
Darnold or Purdy or... Is there another quarterback in the NFC I'm missing that's actually pretty good?
You said Goff already, right?
And Jordan Love.
Oh, yeah. You said Goff.
No, I already said Love. I said Goff, Stafford, Hurts, Love, Baker.
Damn, what was the other one?
And then Sam Darnold, and you could put Jaden Daniels there. So Goff, Hurts, Stafford, Love, Baker.
Yeah, Baker. Exactly. Yeah, Baker. Then we said Jaden Daniels. Darnold.
And Sam Darnold.
Purdy.
Or Purdy. That's 7. If we get all that for the playoffs, we'll be good. Well, we're at the 50-minute mark. We're starting to lag a little bit. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you so much, everybody.
It's actually catching a little fast.
Say it again?
That's it. It's catching fast. Like, whatever it is. I guess it's probably like the resolution or something.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's like not.
That's choppy.
Yeah, exactly.
But thank you, everybody. We will be back on Saturday to give you the Week 3 power rankings and to debate some more and recap what we've seen, because on Saturday they will be playing some games. And we will catch you up then. We are the Pressure Podcast. It means to perform, react, and dual user strategies in sports under rigorous environments. Motherfucker.
Give me a hell yeah!
Every podcast reviewer has say, if you have a webcam, we will send you a web link so you can put you on the screen back there, hop on the mic, and talk your shit. Feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment. We want to hear your takes. Till